I'm David Van Workum.
I'm Jake Daly.
We want to welcome you to the premiere episode of FieldFox Fundamentals.
What we've put together for you is a series of 10 episodes that goes over just the basics of the FieldFox. See, the FieldFox is kind of like the Swiss Army knife of electronic measurement.
Exactly, and just like a Swiss Army knife, the FieldFox is a small, portable, lightweight instrument that can do a whole lot of things. It can be used as a network analyzer, as a spectrum analyzer, as a real-time spectrum analyzer, a cable and antenna tester, and much more.
But at its most basic level, the FieldFox is a cable and antenna tester. Cable and antenna testing is important because sometimes when cables get damaged, that affects their ability to properly transmit signals.
And while cable and antenna testing encompasses a myriad of different measurements, we're going to talk about just one today, and that's a distance to fault measurement. So right now we have a little lab set up that's going to show off just how a FieldFox makes a distance to fault measurement. So as you can see, we have a 1 meter long cable connected to port 1 and port 2 of the FieldFox. What's going to happen is a signal is going to be propagated along the cable from port 1 towards port 2. And when that signal hits a discontinuity in the cable from, let's say, some damage or a kink in the cable, the signal power is actually reflected back towards port 1. And the FieldFox is going to use that information to tell us exactly where there is damage within the cable.
So we've actually entered in the parameters of our cable into the FieldFox so it knows how to make that distance to fault measurement. Along the x-axis, we have distance measured in meters, and we've entered in 1 meter because that encompasses the length of our cable. Along the y-axis, we have power in dB. And what you'll see on the screen is 3 peaks. The first and third peaks represent where the power is reflected off points in the cable where we've poked a pin. The center peak represents a kink in the cable, which also reflects power back to port 1. If we were to plug a perfect cable into port 1, all you would see is 2 peaks at the beginning and the end, which represent points along the cable where the connectors are, and that's just the power reflecting back into the FieldFox off the cable's ends.
Yeah, we've just barely skimmed the surface on distance to fault measurements and cable and antenna testing. If you'd like to learn more, we have 2 options for you. First, take a look down in the description. There's a link to an app note if you want to read up on how to make good cable and antenna tests. You should check that out. Also, if you want to learn more about the setup of cable and antenna testing and distance to fault measurements and just go a little deeper onto what this whole distance to fault measurement means, check out this link to a video right here.
Next time we're going to be going over network analysis and more specifically S parameters.
So please like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about these videos, what you want to see more of. We're happy to take that into consideration for future videos. So from all of us at FieldFox Fundamentals, we'll see you next time.